Hi everyone. So this is Miss Jasmine coming to you live from my bedroom. And we'll be doing a Math Madness session. And what we're going to be working on is numbers 1 to 10 using the bonding method to create addition and subtraction sentences while we are using the commutative property. So what that means is that when you have 1 plus 9 equals 10, you can also say 9 plus 1 equals 10. So you're just flipping the numbers around. And we're also going to be writing subtraction sentences as well. So for example, that would be something like 10 minus 1 equals 9, 10 minus 9 equals 1. So we're just flipping some of the numbers around to make a complete number sentence that is true. And in order to do this, so for all of my students watching currently, I want you to pause the video and find 10 household objects that you have. So it can be 10 beans, 10 shoes. Maybe your family members and all of you have 10 shoes combined. Grab all 10. Maybe you have 10 shirts or 10 socks or 10 pencils, 10, anything you can find that there's 10. So pause the video and go find 10 objects. And when you come back, press play again, and I'll tell you what's going on. So the other thing you're going to need is pencils and paper. So I would suggest one sheet of paper that you cut up and make little cards that have your bonding numbers here. So we're doing 10, and then your two sticks going down, 5 and 5. And you could also make other ones like 10, 2, and 8. So the top number is always going to be 10, and then your two outward sticks are going to be the numbers that make that number in the circle. That's why we call it bonding, because 2 plus 8 would equal 10, 4 plus 6 would equal 10. So we're trying to get the number in the circle. So I found fruit snacks, and I have 10 pouches of them. So to make sure I have 10, I'm going to put them in a 10 frame on my desk. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So we're going to be creating a little game with the cards. It's really important that you make the cards, that way you can shuffle them up and then draw one out. So when you draw one, this one is 10, 2, and 8. So how I'm going to do this is I see them in my 10 frame. So I'm going to go ahead, and it says 2 first. So I'm going to take 2 out. So I know that's 2. 1, 2. I know that's 2. And now what I'm looking at is 8. How do I make 8? So I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. So I know I have 2 and 8, so that must equal 10. So these are our manipulatives that we're using in order to create the number sentence that we're looking for. And if you have another piece of paper, what you could do is you can write down the number sentences, the 4 number sentences, unless you are comfortable verbally saying them. But I would practice writing it down, just so that way you can visually see what you're doing here and matching it to paper and pencil. Just that way you get the sense of going from concrete to abstract in a better way. So I'm sorry, a little sick. So once we have that settled, how can we reverse it to a subtraction equation? Well, we can say all together, I know that there's 10 here because I purposely picked 10 fruit snacks. So I know that there's 10 here, and I can say, well, I know 10 take away 8 would be 2. That's how I would write that one. So I'd write 10 minus 8 equals 2. Or I could say if I have 10 altogether, and I take away 2, how many do I have left? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then I would know I have 8. So as you go through, you can pull a card. And this one, I even wrote down the number of sentences that can go with it. So I have blank plus blank equals 10. And then whatever you put there, you would reverse it as well to get the commutative property in there. And then this one says 10 minus blank equals 6. So when I do that one, I have to be sure that I'm paying attention to what it says. And you can make these cards anyway, as long as you're doing 10 and what bonds to 10. You can also do that with higher numbers if the game is too easy. If it's too hard, use lower numbers. Okay, thanks for watching.